Welcome back to Factorio, quick 4K science per minute plus TSM, episode 6 I believe we're on. So, yeah, I've come back over to the electric engines because I want to show you the problem with bots. And I may end up redoing this somewhat, but notice this one was supposed to go just here, but it didn't. And so we've got a slightly uneven filling of this train. And that really is just not good. Because these things are going to keep on loading up these boxes. Some of these boxes have a lot of items in them, others have none because they're being loaded very unevenly. So yeah, we may have to rework this and instead just have a tiny bit of belt. I think that would be a more successful plan. I'm not going to worry about it right now though. Instead, I am going to run over here. Check on how our flying robot frame train is doing. 28 should be fairly soon. And that's the last one we need, I think, to start to get some science happening. Oh, by the way, since the last episode, I have actually addressed a couple of the bugs that we noticed last episode and the one before. I actually was able to address that. So, yeah, hopefully we've seen the last of over-ordering and things sort of not panning out exactly the way we would like to have them. Trying to turn my headphones down. I've got a different set of headphones on and they're actually a little bit too loud. In fact, to such an extent that I may just have to swap to my other set of headphones until I can sort this out some other way. Bear with me just a second, guys. There. Ugh. That's better. I can hear myself think now. It was too loud from the others. They're a lot better than these ones. But never mind. What we want to do today, we have everything, including, this is where the yellow science gets built. We need, I guess, well, the next part is purple. So we may as well start with electric furnace. Electric furnace is steel, advanced circuit, stone, brick. It's just 3 simple products. How many do we need? We need 7.9, so we don't need very many at all. With a 10 beacon setup, so we could even drop that if we needed to. Excellent. That sounds like... I guess we'll do our usual, have a starting stacker. Probably basically this thing, which we may even have sitting in here. We don't need 2 of those, which are basically the same thing. Always need to be on the lookout for our total space. Yep, that is the one. So we basically want something like this, I would say. Do I want to go up? I guess I do. I don't actually want you guys to use all of my rail on this. It's fine. It's fine. Leave it alone. Oi! I might just toggle off the personal robots. So, yeah, a very simple build. Just bring our usual line down here, then get any of our generalistic patterns that we're using. How many is this one? 1, 2. Is this the 3? Yeah, that's the 3 chests. We don't actually need to do that. We can be a whole lot less cheaty in this one. We don't need that. We just need a generic build. No, we don't need all the pipes and that. This sort of thing. How many do you have surrounding you? You have 14, so that's 10 plus 4. This is basically perfect. Although it actually says 8, doesn't it? With 10. 7.9. So we actually only need half of this. We don't need a double side. We only need one side because we're going to have 16 machines in that. Yeah. So, alright, let's get a blueprint of basically that. Don't know where we're going when we come out. Can we rotate it? Yes. Alright. That's not how I want to be able to rotate it though. Okay. Do we take out all of the... Do we take out all of the boxes again? Maybe we do. Something of a nuisance, but remove your boxes, please. It's round the wrong way as well. We're going to have to change that, but that's how it needs to go. Come on. Okay. So we just need to change the formulas if we can. I don't think we can unless it's actually in a real thingy-bob, being the technical term. You can take these, right? No, you cannot. What is this one? Oh, right, we're just using blue. So that's what we'll have to change them all to. Maybe we'll have to change them all to that. Never mind, we'll do it this way. It's only 16 machines. And of course the boxes that go with it. Fortunately up here they're just single entities. I may as well... Actually, why don't we do about 4, and then I'll just copy it and paste it along. That might be easiest. Are they 1, 2, 3, 4. Merge the chests. Whoops. And a big copy. Let's get rid of that one and just copy all of that. Say go. That should be it. I don't think it has the green wires attached, but that's all right. Coming out of here, we probably want... these are the inputs. They can just go. And these ones are the machines that will need to be able to be stacked with a simple two item stacker, basically this thing. Alright, another blueprint. We shouldn't actually do that. In the ideal world. No, let's not do that. Damn it. What's that? We don't need that one either. Let's just do this. How does that look? That looks pretty good, actually. Get out of map mode. Here we go. Some signals where we can. Chain going into this combine. That's too short. There'll have to be a chain on the other side as well, and chains here going into them. That's already signaled. That's annoying. Will I throw it away again? No. We got it all that time. Okay, good. Okay, we have some choices now. Do we just use the outpost builder from back here and extend the roboport? That's often a fairly easy way of going about this sort of thing. It's not that far over. For one thing, probably that is as good as any. Option. Players in the way, huh? We can do that tiny bit at the top. No, actually. Yeah, whatever. Yep. I guess we're doing it via RoboPort now. And down here, we just need to make sure that these ones are going to be able to connect as well. And let's just make sure it all gets power. They're all powered. What about over here? Got one there. We need to reach this guy. That will provide the bridging that's needed. Got it? No, there's another one up there. Okay. Now I can actually just leave this alone. I don't need to do anything. Sam Biddle 2 is going to refresh in 4 minutes. I think this is Sam Biddle 2, isn't it? Sam Biddle 2. Sam Biddle 2 will refresh in a couple of minutes and then create an order and build that out. We don't have to do anything other than get rid of this annoying thing on top here. Oh, no, it's not annoying. That's just saying there's no power. Oh, they'll sort it out. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Okay, next on our purple science build is the productivity modules, I guess. The productivity module 1s. Which I guess we basically need the same sort of thing. How many? This time we need 23.8. What about if we manage to squeeze 12 modules here? It doesn't actually help. So we can go back to 10. This is basically just both sides. Instead of just one side like we did here, we need both sides leading into just one train to pick them up. Again, I will have one of these things as a entrance, or do I want to actually tuck it down in here since we're getting towards the end? I could have another one just hang off here. Be more or less the exact same as this, but like a mirror image. So it's not going to work because we can't flip that, so that's going to cause me dramas probably. Let me just see, is that it? Yeah, it goes backwards, but we could change the going backwards. And the direction the top part goes, we could change all of that. I don't know if it's even worth using this at that point though. Does it make sense to do that? I guess it does. It's just options. We could have like another split off coming down here. I would like to get rid of some of these trees though. Logistics, you can go on. Tons of wood. Okay, if you were here, it'd basically go to about here. There you go. There's our order automatically placed. We didn't even have to refresh. No, I think we've gone one too high. And this should be as steep as it can be. Which would mean something like that. And this, if it was working, if I'd done it correctly, it would line up perfectly. Instead, it's one too far over. So I haven't done it correctly. Okay, is this one correct? No, still doesn't appear to be correct. In that case, how does this one compare? I don't know what its problem is. Try that. What? Too bad. That's what we're dealing with. Okay, do I have any of these that are in that direction? I have this one. It doesn't actually have any train stations there. And it has too many of these guys. As does that one. But we could use it. I wonder if I actually have the model in here. No. I don't think so. Alright. Let's just grab some of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't need that extra bit. need you. So we'll get a couple of supply stations up here for the guys that for the prod modules themselves. And otherwise, just head up here our usual sort of way. To build something resembling... No, not that. Probably this, really. How many sources do you have? You have 14 sources, so that looks about right. 1, 2, 3, something like that. Which means we want... I think we want to start getting rid of some of these things. I don't know what that was, but it was too much. There, I'm missing out the supply station. Oh, sorry, the requester station, but I guess we can cope. And I want this to be sort of in line with that, I guess. Oh, would you guys just stop? You can go up to there. You can complete back to here. We do need at least one of these actually built out so that we can change the formula to these guys. And yeah, we have that same issue again. I don't want trees sitting in here where we're trying to build. It's never much fun. And we probably do with this one exiting. Do I want them all to have to go up? Probably not. I think we must be a bit higher than that side. The way it's turned out. You don't appear to have your supply station. And yeah, probably I want something like that, but I'm betting I can't rotate it in the way that I want to either. No. I really don't like this setup here, though. You know what, guys? You're all going to have to go up. You'll get over it. Okay. That's better. Now I need the measure, which is this one, so that we can kind of work out where we want these. Maybe 1, 2, and an exit for the other guys without the supply station. Perfect. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that should do. And then at the top here, they can all join together and merge. Quite sure why it had to take longer than this one, but it did, so never mind. Now, we want this area to be covered by roboports. It largely is, but just this part isn't. So I guess... ooh, I'm actually out of roboports at this point. Well... are you still building, delivering? Radar. Are we not building radars? Seem to be the most likely reason for that. May have to check. Seems something of an oversight if we're not. You're waiting there. This is waiting here, trying to... Why are you trying to go up here? There happens to be a train in there. Why can't you get out? That is probably confusing, but I still don't see why it can't move. There is a train here already. What's the problem? Empty cargo inventory, but you can't empty it because... Okay, something is not counting this correctly. You should only be ordering if there's less than 48,000 in here. There is 48,000. No. These things are 4,800. Yes. We've got too many zeros in there. That's why we ordered so many. That's going to be a problem. Gonna have a bit of an issue trying to unload. You can go home. $4,800. We better make sure this one says the same thing. Ooh, we have yellow science. You can go away. I'm gonna have to pick up one stack out of all of these. And then hopefully... That's what happens if you get the numbers wrong. Okay, let's see if I can dump this excess. Maybe along here. You were lucky. They are all able to unload. No, they're not. Okay. Are there any other places where there's a problem? No. Okay. Flying robot frames stacked to 50. It's just these awkward things that don't. So we're looking for flying robot frames down here as well. Are you where we were getting deliveries? Yes, Sam Biddle. Yeah, that's an issue. Why do I keep hitting that when I want to turn that one off? Sam needs something that may not actually be getting built. Radar. It looks like radar is up there. Why would a radar not get built? I even have a requirement for them. There's 17 sitting in here, but this has been turned off. I can't tell from that, but we would need to have like 50 radars for it not to be, according to how I've set this up. They're all trying to call radars. I don't know what's going on. Is this train on its way back here? Yes, I might just jump on board and see if we can sort something out. Yeah, it doesn't appear to have anything. No, it's not picking it up for some reason. Meanwhile, in 14 minutes, it's going to automatically pick up all the additional order that's needed for the extra bit we've produced. So, again, we don't really need to do anything other than resolve what's going on at our ME factory. I may have said last time we probably need another signal along here. It seems very clear. So by the end of this playthrough, we'll have at least half of what we need. Playthrough this episode, we'll have at least half of what we need for purple science. Which that should be good enough progress. We can finish purple science in the next episode. Just 2 episodes for purple science, getting a little bit faster each time. Kind of makes it really sort of take off when you do the hard ones first, I guess. The longer ones, at least. I don't know if they're hard as such, they're just longer. I want you to go to manual mode. Right. So, why are you not requesting radars? You should have at least 50, which means you should appear around here. We are making them. We're making them right here. But you've been turned off for some reason. And the outpost said radar less than 0. And 50 in there. output signals. We seem to have a mess going on here. I am not exactly sure what's going on. There we go. A wiring issue. Okay. So now you have your final radar as required. You can go back to auto, wait 10 seconds, take us back to the outpost. Probably didn't hurt to refresh some of our material as well while we're here. Only some though, because we obviously jammed our inventory up with these lovely LDSs. Oh, and I should remember to try and do something about that. I don't think the factory's exactly working hard though in general. They're over 700 now, that's nice. Yeah, these are big amateur numbers. Rookie numbers, as they say, 3K. Hopefully that can get sorted and give us the full amount that we're expecting soon. I'll jump off. There you go. Complete for now, but soon to be refreshed. So we don't have all of this running. That would explain why it's only 3,000. We're waiting for the flying robot frames to come in here, and we should have given them all enough room. I just want to see if I can get rid of my excess of those guys. Good. Okay. So, how come you're not fully built out yet? Because it's perhaps wasted rail on other things, or we didn't actually get a full signal off you because you don't connect yet. That could be the issue. And down here, do we need to... I can probably fill in the rail myself at the extremities. I don't need that. Whoops. What I might just do is give this a hurry up, because I don't feel like waiting the 10 minutes or so that remain. 7 minutes. I don't feel like waiting the 7 minutes, so we'll just do that. Get a new order going. And that takes care of our... That pretty much takes care of our build, other than we need to fix up these sorts of things. I think that's probably okay now. We haven't sorted out the yellow science train yet, though, so that is something that... It's not really just a yellow science train. It's going to be the 5 non... is it 5? Crafting... 1, 2, 3... Yeah, 5... The 5 non-space sciences, the crafted sciences, are going to all share space on the train. So that's what we're trying to achieve. I don't necessarily have to have that sorted just yet. You need to come out here. Then we're going to need something like that set up. Still have requested stations. That's great. No, can't do it until the ghost is placed. Alright, well, we can't do anything more here anyway. So we may as well move on. So the final bit of purple science is where we're actually building the purple science itself. And if we go back to this, we have this very large requirement for rail, 28k, where the fastest we're likely to be unloading is a single stack inserter. So we need 28k a minute, probably going into 16 machines. Does this have... No, it doesn't have a calculator. It's unfortunate. Yes. 28,571. I have a calculator on my phone. Maybe I can't actually show you the answer, but 28,571 divided by 16 is basically how much needs to be unloaded per minute into the train. Now, where is this calculator? That's always the problem with all these apps. Just finding the actual and especially because I have a Samsung and they change the color and the look of icons quite often, which is mildly frustrating, really. The truth be known. If you wonder why I don't just put everything where I need it, I have 2 young daughters who they like to add apps to my phone that I don't necessarily need. And that makes it harder to find things as well. Where are you? Those. One of those. Okay. Type here to search. Calculator app. There you go. You can see it after all. 28,571 divided by, where's divided by? There it is, 16. 1,785. So if you divide that by 60 seconds, you get 29. That's too fast for a single stack inserter, actually. Single stack inserter can move about 27. Huh. Is how many purples? Oh, we need 49 purple science machines anyway, though, which means we're gonna have to get that up to 12. 12 beacons, yes, 12 beacons. So we've got 48 science machines, not whatever that number was. Get that calculator back. 28,571 divided by 48 divided by 60 equals 9. Okay, so as long as each lane can have a train basically feeding into it directly, or have a machine that's feeding into it directly. It's kind of awkward. It's a little bit like the green circuits, not that, green circuits. It's a little bit like that we have a dedicated machine basically feeding down to the science machines. So would need like 1, 2, 3 kind of 3 rows of this, which I think is probably the optimal idea, and maybe a slightly bigger stacker. Like maybe all of one of these, or all of one of these. Stacker coming in. I'm getting to the point where I doubt that we have enough room just there. We could perhaps push this up and do it here. That might work. Could ignore this 1.2 billion patch, 1.7 rather, 1.7 billion patch. Do you know what? I think we're going to leave it to next time. So, yeah, thanks for joining me. I know we started with long episodes, and I've shortened them up to something slightly more reasonable, I guess, for YouTube. Hope you're enjoying the series. I am as well. It won't be a particularly long one, given we are making such good progress, but anyway, I'd love to see you in the next episode. So thanks for joining me. Look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye for now.